Hi, my name is Stuart Matthews from the Proper DIY YouTube channel, and in this video I'm going to show you how to successfully mix the most common and most affordable tile adhesive, which is powdered adhesive. But before I show you how to mix it, I have to say mixing powdered format tile adhesive is easy and something that every DIYer can do. You see, it's quite a forgiving compound, so when you are mixing it, if it's a bit wet, just put in a bit more powder, and the other way around, if it's a bit dry, just a bit more water. You'll see once you've done it once how easy it is, and I'm sure you'll agree with me. Before we think about mixing it, we need to think a little bit about PPE, and I would always suggest wearing gloves and eye protection because there's a chance that you can get splashed. And while you're mixing it, there is a chance that dust will come up from the bucket. So I would always highly recommend wearing a dust mask just during that process. Once it's mixed with water, then you don't need it anymore. There's a couple of very inexpensive tools we need to do this successfully. And the first one is a bucket to mix the compound in. And I find a high-sided bucket like this one contains the splashes and it cleans easily as well. We also need a paddle mixer and a drill, and in theory you could mix it by hand, but using a paddle mixer will give you a better mix, more consistent result using a lot less effort, which is exactly what I like. Right, let's get some clean cold water and start mixing some adhesive. Rather than mixing a whole 20 kilogram bag of adhesive, which will be a huge amount of material to work with, I'm just aiming to mix around about a third of a bag here. So I've started by putting a third of the recommended amount of water in the bucket. With powder-based adhesives, the powder is always added to the water, never the other way around. So add some and give it a mix and see what the consistency is like. Here my mixture is very wet and runny, so I add some more powder. I suppose you can say the consistency I'm looking for is more peanut butter than melting ice cream. A peanut butter type mix will stick nicely to the wall without slumping down, which also means when you use the notched trowel, the ridges keep their shape. So that's quite a nice start to the tiling of this wall. The consistency of that mix was just how I like it. It was just nice. It was workable enough that you can move the tiles about and collapse the ridges, but also stiff enough that you know nothing's going to move from now on. And over the next few hours, as that gradually dries out and gets some strength, that'll be just right. Just one tip, once you've mixed your adhesive and you finish your tiling, just make sure that you wash everything up with water. Things like these trowels and buckets will last for years if you clean them properly. If you leave them, you're going to have to buy another set tomorrow. So I hope you've enjoyed those tips and tricks about powder-based adhesives, and I will see you in the next video.